Okay. Equals 10x plus is minus 15. Oh, so it would have to be above 5? No.
How did you come up with 5? I'm not saying you're wrong. I'm just asking.
What do you call it?
See,
I was thinking of 15 and I don't know what I was thinking.
Well, this would be a better place to try the answer, I suppose. But let's just try 5. Okay, let's just try that here. 5 times 5 minus 15, what is that?
5 times 5 minus 15, 25, 10.
It's 10. And then 10 times 5 plus 5, what is that?
That is 55, so no.
So no, that's out. Okay. So we know it's not C. What's the next number you feel like would be good to try?
I feel like -4 because if you do 15, it's going to be too high on the right, and 1.
Okay, so let's try -4. 5 times -4 minus 15. So you have to first multiply 5 times -4.
-12. Oh, no, -20.
Okay, minus 35. Or minus 15 is minus 35. Now let's do it over here. 10 times -4 plus 5.
Oh, so that's also too high because that would be negative. No, that's exactly right, actually, because 10 times -4 is 40 plus 5 would be 35.
Negative 35. So yes, that is the correct answer. All right, let me give you one a little easier than that. I wasn't sure how that would go, so I will reduce the difficulty slightly here. This one I am not giving you the multiple choice answers because I don't want you to just try them. I want you to try solving this by however you want. Basically, it's saying to solve for P, get the value of P.
20, 24. 6, P equals 6.
P equals 6, yeah. So believe it or not, there are questions that are this straightforward on the SAT. Sometimes I don't know why they're on there because they are so, I mean, compared to some of the questions, they're so quick and easy, but hey, more power to you. If you know how to do these, you can do them quickly. Go ahead. All right, so here's a little bit more difficult problem for you to try.
Okay. Does B, x equals 8.
Okay, and how confident are you in your answer?
Pretty confident, very confident.
Did you try the answers or did you solve it?
I think I solved it. Yeah, I solved it.
Just asking, just trying to gauge, gauge what you're doing.
3 times 8 is 24.
Yeah, so I teach an SAT class, and in addition to doing problems like this, I teach test taking strategies, and that's where you're going to gain the most speed on these, is knowing not just how to do the problem, it's knowing the right approach to save yourself time. This test is all about saving time. All right, so this is more like the first question we did. I recommend, based on what I've heard so far, is that you try the answers.
Okay.
And if you if, for example, let's just say you don't like the fraction, you can try it last. It could be like A, B, D, and then if none of those work, then it must be C. That would be okay too.
Okay. I think I got -1 because, so 2 times -1 is -2 plus 1 is -1.
Good. All right. Let's look at another one here. Not going to give you the multiple choice this time. So there are two styles of questions that you'll see. multiple choice, which is what we're doing, and then what's called free response, or they call them FRQs, free response questions. Sometimes I do multiple choice questions where I don't give you the answers just because I want to see if you're willing to work them out without just trying the answers. So this one, kind of a new problem here. It says if x minus 1 over 3 equals k and k equals 3, what is the value of x? So we want the value of x. We have
Okay.
this number has to go here. So you really do have to rewrite it as x minus 1 over 3 equals 3. Okay. And
Mm-hmm.
so you could solve this by hand, but you could also ask yourself, okay, I've got to subtract 1 from some number and then divide it by 3 to get 3. What number do you divide by 3 to get 3?
9.
9. So that means the top has to be 9, but the
10.
top is
X equals 10.
x equals 10. So sometimes you don't have to actually write anything down. Remember I said you don't have to show any of your work?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I mean, that's nice. For you, some things we talked about in the past, with handwriting and all that stuff, maybe you're going to love this thing. And maybe you get your best score ever because, hey, it falls more into line with what you're used to. Now, you might be thinking, well, why is he even giving me more problems? Because I'll either try the answer or, something related to that. What do you think about trying the answers when you see something like this?
Oh. Well, first I would need to try to
Well, do you notice how they're all fractions?
yeah.
And that's diabolical. You would not want to try these if they were all fractions. Like that doesn't work. So like some students, they think, well, I'll just try the answers. Well, that works to a point, but it would not work on this problem here. Okay. So
Mm-hmm.
we'll come back to how to do that. We're going to look at another question here that's a little better. Okay. So if 2 times x minus 4 equals x, what value of x makes the equation true? Notice there's 2 fractions and 2 answers. If you were going to try the answers, would you try the fractions or the whole numbers first?
Whole numbers.
So the advantage of that is if one of them works, you're done. But what if they don't work?
Then
you're forced into.
yeah. Well, since those are improper fractions, you can try to make them into whole numbers or mixed fractions.
Right. So what I'd recommend you do is try the whole numbers and see if they work.
C.
How sure are you of your answer?
Very sure.
Okay, so 2 times 4 minus 4.
Oh
Does that
no,
equal
never
4?
mind. I was thinking 2 times 4 equals 8 minus 4 equals 4.
And I think that's why it's there, for kind of exactly what you just said.
Okay. Okay, so now 8 minus 4 is 4. Oh no, it's 8D.
It is D. Good. So even just trying answers, you got to be careful because, boy, a couple of times today you've given me a number and you thought it right, and you got to be really, really careful here. All right, so here's another one here before we switch topics.
Okay. Equals 3x minus 3. So 4 plus 7 equals 13. 4 minus 3 is 1. No. Okay. 16. 9 minus 3 is 6. 3 times 6, 18. Ooh, 8.
So B.
Yeah, B.
Okay, I agree. All right. So as you get stronger in math, you will learn how to do these problems maybe without just trying the answers. And
yeah.
It just depends on some other things here. So you're doing real well. You're doing really, really well. Have you seen function notation before?
Function notation? I
Yeah.
don't think so.
All right. Well, it's we're gonna look at a question here and see. So it says the function f is defined by f of x equals 9x minus 6. This is the function notation. What is the value of f of 3? So f of 3 means to put 3 wherever you see an x. So instead of x, you replace it with the number.
Okay.
So in this case, it means put 3 in for x, then use order of operations. And determine the result. So can you do that for me, please?
I think so.
Okay.
So 9, 16, 11. Okay, equals 11. And then f.
You feel like you're struggling here. It's
Yeah.
9 times 3.
Yeah,
9
9
times 3.
times minus 16. So that's going to equal 11.
Yes, that's your answer.
Oh, that's it? Oh, okay.
So let's try it again here. Let's say f of x equals 5x minus 12. Can you tell me f of 1, which means to put 1 in for x? 5 times 1 minus 12.
Oh, okay. -7.
Good.
Okay.
Let's have you now find f of -1.
-5 minus 12, and then -5, 17. -17.
Yes. All right. Have you seen something like this before, x squared?
X squared. I think, yeah.
So let me show you what this means. So let's f of -2 means parentheses -2 squared. So you actually treat the variable as if it's in parentheses. Okay. And what is -2 squared? What does that mean?
-2 squared is -4 squared. No, actually, that's 2 squared.
It's -2 times -2, or like you said, 2 squared.
Okay.
What does that become?
Oh, just 4 squared or 4?
Okay, so let's try another one. Let's try a new function here. Let's say f of x equals 3x squared. I want f of 2. That's 3 parentheses 2 squared. Order of operations, do you square or multiply first?
Let's see, you mold. No, you square.
Square, okay. What does that become?
4 squared. Or 4,
Just
sorry.
4, okay. And then you're gonna multiply?
3 times 4, 12.
Good. Now can you find f of 4 for me, please?
F of 4. Okay. 3 times 16. 16, 36, 52. Yeah.
So you said the right thing. It is 3 times 16. Then you gave me a number that is not correct.
Oh.
Look at it as 3 times 10 plus 3 times 6.
Okay. 30 plus 18 equals 48.
Yes.
How did I get 56?
I'm not sure. That's okay. Let's try another one here. Let's say f of x equals 2 plus x squared. What is f of 3? want you to try that on your own, please.
Okay. 2 plus 3 squared. So 3 squared, 9, 2 plus 9, 11.
Said really well. What is f of -3?
Okay. 2 plus, okay, 3, -3 times -3. Is that just 11 again?
It
No,
is.
that's 5. Oh, okay.
You said it correctly. I don't know how you wrote it. I don't even know if you wrote it, but I would like you to write it. It is that. It is -3 parentheses squared. Remember, you substitute for the variable in parentheses. It is -3 times -3. Okay. You feel like you understand function notation now? A
Yep.
little bit. You
Mhm.
know, you definitely know enough for us to do some problems here. So here's a new problem, not as difficult as anything we've just done. But here we go. So go ahead and work that out. Let me know your final answer, A, B, C, or D. Please don't guess.
Okay. G. Okay. So of G minus 3. So 4 times -3, that's going to be -12 minus 2. Is that just going to be -10? See?
So let's check here. You said G -3, 4 times -3 minus 2, -12 minus 2. It's either C or D for sure. One way to look at this is in terms of like money. Like assume you owe someone $12 and then you owe them another $2. How much do you owe them?
$14.
Yeah. I find money is a good way to firm up your understanding of that.
Okay.
All right, let's try another one here. Sorry, just hit the answers here at some point. All right. Okay, doing great. A couple more problems here. Let's see what you come up with, please.
Okay, F1. Okay. 1 minus 1 equals 0. So 2 times 0 is 0 plus 2. B.
All right, I like it.
Are these problems pulled from the SAT or?
So they don't make the SAT available. These are problems that I have that are like problems on the, I mean, there's like, it's written by people, I'm gonna say like me, but people that like if someone said, hey, Matthew, write a question for the SAT on functions, like it would be some variation of what you've seen.
Okay.
So like, it's like, no, it's not exact, but it is close enough. You will never get exactly what's on the SAT though.
Okay.
Beforehand, fortunately.
Okay, 4 squared is 16 minus 5 times 4 is 20. 16 minus 20 is -4 plus 6 is 2B.
Very good. And there's many, like what I've done today is all these questions are grouped into functions. And then we did, I don't know what we did earlier, solving. So there's a bunch of these, there's about, I'll say about 50 topics that you want to get really solid at if you want to get a good score. So this is always my fallback when students say like, hey, I don't have anything to work on. I'm like, all right, let's do some SAT prep. All right.
Okay. Okay, 1. So 3 times, so 1 is just 3. 3 minus 5, -2. -2 divided by 5. -2 divided by 5. Or C?
Yeah. Now, as soon as you said that this was -2, you should have immediately just gone for that answer. That's a
Yeah,
test.
I haven't looked at the answers.
So that's a test taking strategy. That's one of those things that I teach in this class here.